What's going on? What's going on, everybody? Yours truly here, the Brockton Credit Guy, coming at you guys again with some more credit tips, ideas, hacks, etc. about credit, how to look at it, how to understand it, how to leverage it, right? Even in my book, I talk a lot about it. In this specific video, the Brockton Credit Guy, yours truly, I'll be talking about, the scoring range, the FICO Credit Score Range that it's out there, and kind of understand the different segment of it, right? So I get this question a lot: which scores are really good, right? Which score are excellent? Which score is fair, poor, etc., right? So you want to stay tuned to this video until the end to understand, and I'm going to give you tips that you can increase your credit score, right? But before I start, if you haven't yet, subscribe to this video, set the notification bell for all, like that when yours truly upload more video, you'll be able to kind of get the notification and be able to watch the 3 to 10 minutes video that I normally put here, right? Also, like the video, take a tour around the channel. There's dozens and dozens and dozens of video. I'm trying to at least come up with at least a video a week, if possible, at least 3 times a week at the very minimum. But so in this video, I'm going to talk about the credit range. Typical credit range that goes out there, the FICO credit range, goes from 300 to 850. Obviously, with the other scoring models like auto score or bank card, could be going from 200 to 900. But in this video, I want to specifically talk about the 300 to 850, which is normally what the mortgage company, with the credit card company, etc., will use, right? So score go from 300 to 850. Obviously, 850 being excellent. You don't need excellent credit score. 850 perfect credit score. I'm not saying excellent, but you don't need a perfect credit score to get qualified for the perks, for the top perks and A plus tier 1 or whatever credit, right? So usually I'm gonna start from the top. Usually 760 and above I consider like your excellent credit. That's where the mortgage company, I'm gonna put the chart here or below here, you could start looking at it. But usually 760 and above is where your mortgage company will give you the best rate out there possible, right? That's where your mortgage company will give you the best treatment, less down payment. Same thing with the auto business, etc. All right. So when you're seeing the 760 and above, that's where you want to be. That's where you want to aim. Usually with that type of credit score, you're basically, the scoring algorithm is picking up that you have a length of credit. You probably have absolutely no late payment in the last probably 2, 4 years, 7 years, right? You have diverse of credit. You don't have just credit cards, but you have credit cards, some loans, some mixtures. You're all mixed up there. Your credit profile is looking more lendable to the bank eyes. You're a type of person that understand how credit works. That's why you're in that category, in that vicinity, in that pillar, right, of excellent credit. You have mortgage, you have auto loan, you have student loan, you have credit card, but not just typical credit card. You probably have those charge card, American Express, tier 1, high-end credit card, or you should call it Ivy League credit card, right? Then you go from like the 700 roughly to 759. This is where you're good, or they call it great. This is where you're making the payment on time. You probably don't have any late. However, you don't have like mortgage probably, or your credit profile is not very diverse as the one in the excellent category, right? So usually individual here are getting almost the same treatment, less than, probably a couple of points down from the interest, probably a little bit more down payment than the excellent one. You're not getting all the bells and whistle that the excellent individuals are getting. But Usually in this category, you have probably 2-3 credit cards that you've been paying. You have at least 2-3 years of credit history, no late payment, probably little to no derogatory. Derogatory, just to kind of give you terminology, is basically your probably charge off, late payment, etc. Right? So those are informations that you need to understand, because the more you understand this terminology, more that you understand about the category, it will position you better. Usually credit score under 700, I would say between 650 to 699. Those are like somewhat called fair. You have a thin file probably. You have probably one credit card or two, no loan, no installment loan. You haven't have a lot of history on your credit. Also, you probably in this category, to be honest, you probably have a medical collection. It could be a behavior, that probably an oversight. You didn't pay a credit card. You were late. You have one or two late payment. You probably have some medical bill. That went down spiral. Your credit is basically going down, right? So that's probably what happens here. Thin file, late payment, one or two late payments, probably collection, right? That's for the 650 to like 699. It's called fair. You're okay. Usually anything under 650 down to like probably in the 500, you're in the poor category. This is where you're gonna get challenged, get an approval for anything. And if you do get approval, they're basically gonna hammer you with like high interest rate. They're gonna charge you fees, interest, like annual fee, this, that. You don't have much choice when it comes to this category, because you probably had a couple of credit cards in the past that was written off, charged off, or you have some of them that went to collection. You probably had some late payment on a couple of late payment on the mortgage, auto loan, or any prior obligation, right? So that being said, usually in this category, it's really hard. There's certain companies out there that probably will approve you for anything, and they're basically going to charge you the high risk that you are, right? So you got to take it. It is what it is, right? And then when it comes to that, usually in that category, I usually tell people, which normally that's a category that we work with a lot of people, category of individual under the 650 range. This is where you get some secure credit card. Even with that, sometimes they deny you, right? So, but it is what it is. You put, down payment on some credit cards, open 1, 2, 3 of them. Just use it responsible, show that you're responsible now, and then we clean up any late payment, because based on Fair Credit Reporting Act 1970s, allows you to challenge, allows the consumer to challenge any inaccurate information that you believe that's inaccurate. The burden of proof is put upon them to investigate it. If they can't validate, then they need to remove it. So we use that while we're building up your credit. Perhaps in this category is where you want your family member, your parents, spouse, whoever it is, close friend, I don't know if some credit cards won't allow it, to add you as authorized user, basically allowing you to piggyback on the credit card history to give you the boost that you need to put you in the better category, right? Obviously, you don't need a card, but this is to give you that boost, to piggyback, to position you, to kind of open the door for you, right? Obviously, if you get the credit card, if they add you, say your parents add you, I wouldn't even open the envelope. I would give it to them and just have them shred it, etc., right? Usually, category under the 500, that's like poor to extra poor. Even sometimes that, even with secure credit card, it's just not gonna happen. Some secure credit card will still run your credit, will notice that you probably had bankruptcy, repo, charge off, a whole bunch of other stuff. There's still hopes on that. You just got to clean up your credit. Do kind of the same thing that individual in the 500 to 649 is doing. Add a couple of secure credit card, add a couple of secure loans, see family member, friend, somebody close will add you to the category. But where you want to be over the 760 category. Everything tastes better. Everybody talks to you nicer, etc. So it is what it is. It's the game that we're playing. We have to play the game, unless if you have a couple of $1 million that you don't need credit, which I'm going to be honest, individual in my circle, we don't have that. So we have to leverage the system like that. If we're looking for investment, car, finance, refinance, we'll do that. So hopefully this information kind of explained to you about the scoring range that goes from 300 to 850, where you want to be, things that you could do and things to watch out. If this information is valuable, again, if you haven't done it yet, subscribe to the channel, take a tour around the channel, and set the notification bell all, and like as many videos like that. The algorithm, the Google algorithm, will push these videos that I have there, which I have dozens and dozens of videos in different categories: finance, budgeting, investing, credit, etc. Also, grab my book, unlockingyourcredit.com. Grab it, read it. Very basic, easy to comprehend. It's gonna save you ton of money in the future. It's #1 new release on Amazon within the 24 hours. So lovely. Just make sure you grab it. Let me know if you're around. I can even autograph it for you. Love you all. Thank you.